Steven Billings from Chasing Labels, and I got here Marc McCloud with me, owner of OrbitDVD in Asheville, North Carolina, and he's going to show us around. How you doing, Marc?
Good. I still don't know why you want to see this dump. There's just crap everywhere.
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a fan of crap, right?
Yes, yes, I am.
Let's go.
So, introduce yourself. Let me get a little bit about you.
Okay. Oh boy. They're listening. And
This is the toughest part is other people listening to you talk about yourself. Yes.
Yes, my name is Marc McCloud. I own we still identify ourselves as a video store called OrbitDVD. We are in formerly beautiful West Asheville, North Carolina. I've been here in this area for probably 25 years now, and that's about it. I'm just doing the day-to-day grind of running a business.
Yeah.
We have both a brick and mortar location, and we also have an online business that we started last year that has got a lot of positive feedback from people. So it's been a hell of a ride for both businesses, and here I am. Say starting in the early 2000s, I was a manager of a Blockbuster, and they were limiting what I could bring in. So our market is a little unique, and there's a few titles that were popular at the time that I could not physically bring into the store. Some examples are Lost in La Mancha, the Terry Gilliam documentary, and then some other films, independent films and things like that. So they told me that they'd fire me if I even paid for them myself and brought them in. So it's like, okay. And then they also, this is a time where like 2001 to 2003, Blockbuster was absolutely at their peak. They were absolutely killing it as far as business goes, but the only business they had was rentals. So they started basically squeezing out more work from the managers. And you can definitely tell, like whenever someone's at their peak, they can either keep going, stay flat, or start going down. Most companies start a decline. So I knew that was it. And it's like I said, well, if I'm going to work this hard, I'm going to work for myself. And I've been working too hard for myself ever since. I have basically two separate stores. They're like an upside down L. I started in this section back here first in 2003. And then the opportunity arose to knock a hole in the wall and expand into this front part that I'm in right now. We did rentals for a very long time, but of course, a year after 2003 was basically the year of Netflix.
Yeah.
And all the chain stores just started crumbling after that. Around 2010 or 11, I knew that the rental business wasn't sustainable if I wanted to keep working for myself, so I just started changing here and there. We have a sizable video game section. We just expanded into the former rental area. But selling the movies, we always sold used movies, but it was mainly just cheap and just sort of bulk product. After a while, though, we noticed people were coming up with titles that are in our rental section and asking if they can buy them. Our policy is if we can replace them, sure. So it mainly started with one title, is Pumpkinhead. Shout Factory's Pumpkinhead. People came up week after week after week after week. So we said, well, you know what? Let's just start a shelf of Shout Factory films. It's probably 2015 or so, I guess, maybe even before that. And that shelf grew into 2 shelves and a section, and then basically an entire store and a website at this point. Fairly wild story where I I saw the first few minutes of Fantastic Planet when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
My guess is a relative. My mom denies this because I showed her the cover of the Criterion dish, and I said, "Did you ever take me to this?" She goes, "No." I was like, But anyway, my first love was Disney films. I still love Disney films. I watched the new ones. I think most of them are great.
Yeah.
You know, but Fantasia, I saw that early on, and immediately became a dinosaur fan and also a fan of monsters and things like that. The late night TV shows. The first horror film I remember seeing on TV was Werewolves of London. Yeah, there's like a sleepover. I was probably like 5 or 6 at that point. Horror TV hosts were a big help. Saturdays on the UHF channels, there was always The Fly or the original Thing or things like that. So it's like it's one of those things where you have to kind of get the TV guide and circle. Yeah, it's pre-VCR, pre-cable, and stuff like that. So. Really the 70s, and then reading books. So many of us saw the pictures before we even saw the films for years. I remember seeing, and I forgot the name of the Equinox. It was in some theaters, The Beast, something like that. I can't remember. I saw a chapter on Equinox, and I was like going, I got to see this movie. And I couldn't see it. There's no way.
It was the trailer before trailers.
Oh yeah, books especially was. Yeah. Yeah, and then seeing trailers on TV too. I still haven't seen the movie Magic, because the trailer for Magic is for a kid that was like 8 or 10, terrifying. Yeah. But then the first R-rated one really came out a year or two later. I saw Phantasm. But Phantasm's kind of it's creepy, but if you're the right mindset, it's not really overly scary. But it's a perfect entry level, I think. For more R-rated horror out there. Yeah. But then got a bike route when I was a teenager, bought a VCR, and then I just started going to video stores. And I'd go to the closest video store, start at A, and rent every horror movie. And then I'd go to the next one and rent everything I didn't see from that one. I'd rent like 3 or 4 a night sometimes. Yeah. And I can't even remember what I've seen because I just absorbed everything. Yeah. Like I think we help create a market. We are Asheville is also a tourist town. Yeah, people come here. We have found for us, they convince their wives to come here. Hey, there's mountains and breweries and Biltmore Estate, and there's a store I want to stop at. And then they're here all day a lot of times. Yeah. So the tourism, tourists definitely come in here. But yeah, I think locally, a lot of people it's a small but very fervent horror community. But I think people like more just crazy films or cult films, or that's kind of a broader group of people here. Okay. And I've been in the business long enough to know that nothing's forever. Sure, I own a video store. So yeah. So what's happening here, I think will recede a little bit. It won't be a crash, but I think you'll see people okay, I'm moving on to something else. However, the lifestyle. So like you said, shirts and posters and decorations and toys, that's always going to be going on. Yeah. The horror community, what we found is it crosses so many lines for everything. Every class of people, race, whatever. It's like it's everybody. So everybody wants, if we have a Chucky doll, we bought the life-size Chucky doll sometimes. Yeah. Everybody wants it, So it's that's just part of the culture. Yeah, and that's what we're trying to embrace now, especially. It's like going, hey, these movies are great. We're having a great time with them, but we also have some other amazing stuff here too, and that's been fun. Awesome. That's been fun.
All right. Well, thanks, Marc, for showing us your place, man.
Thanks.
I love OrbitDVD. I definitely will keep pushing people that listen to our podcast to come on to either if they're living out here or if they're online looking for the best place to buy physical media. I'm sending them here.
Yeah. So, what's happened online is we treat people online the way we treat people if you come in our store. So stuff's packaged well. We ship the next day. And we'll work with you. If there's any type of issues. So that we've gotten pretty popular over a short amount of time because of that. And I attribute that to owning a video store for 20 years.
packaging.
Yeah. Well, we haven't. Andrew, my co-host, he's never had an issue with packaging or that. He's the one that actually introduced me to your site. So, but thanks, Mark, for letting us come in, and we'll see him. He's going to be coming on an episode too, so you'll hear from him again. So we'll see you then.